Okay guys, so last two problems, and it says to solve using the standard algorithm to show you're thinking about the units and the products. The first one's done for you. So we have 32 tenths times 6 tenths. We did our algorithm right here. We did our fraction model, and then we wrote it as a decimal. Okay, so you guys wrote this answer 3 different ways, which is pretty cool. So I've got 8 and 31 hundredths. So I'm actually going to do this part first. So I'm going to do 8 and 31 hundredths. So 831 hundredths, and I'm going to multiply it by 24 tenths because 2 and 4 tenths is 24 tenths. And so then what I'm going to do is it's going to be 831 times 24, and then I just know 100 times 10 is going to be 1,000. Okay, so I'm going to come over here and I'm going to put 831, and I am going to label this as hundredths. And I'm going to multiply this by 24 tenths. So now I'm going to multiply 1 times 4 is 4. Don't need to carry my 1. 3 times 4 is 12. Now I carry my 1. 8 times 4 is 32 plus 1 is 33. I put my 0 because remember I'm multiplying it by that 10. 2 times 1 is 2. 3 times 2 is 6. 8 times 2 is 16. Add that together. 4, 4, 9, 9, and 1. So it's 19,944 thousandths. Okay, so then if I'm putting that in decimal form, I know that that 4 needs to be in that thousands column, so it's going to be 19 and 944 thousandths. Now when you guys look at this, you can make sure that this is correct because remember you do have 2 whole numbers here. So when you think about it, 8 times 2 is going to be 16. 19 is really close to 16, so you know that that's going to be a correct answer. If you had 1 and you put your decimal point here, you could tell, okay, well 8 times 2 is nowhere close to what it would be 1. Or if you have your decimal over here and you had 199, you would know that 8 times 2 is not anywhere close to 199. Okay? It says Carolyn buys 1.2 pounds or 1 2/10 pounds of chicken breast. It says if each pound of chicken breast costs $3.70, how much will she pay for the chicken breast? Well, I'm going to say, so I've got $3.70. I'm going to convert these into fractions. This is going to be 12 tenths, and this is going to be I don't need my decimal, sorry. 370 hundredths. Okay, now just hold off for a second because I know you're going to be like, well, wait a second, that's going to make the answer in a thousandths, and you can't have money in the thousandths, but if you have a 0, you can. So let's kind of work this out. So I'm going to have 12 tenths. Oops, I probably shouldn't have put 12 tenths on the top because 370 is going to be a little bit bigger. So I'm going to do 370 hundredths, and I'm going to multiply it by 12 tenths. Okay, so I know I'm going to do 12 times 370, and it's going to be 1,000th. Okay, so now I'm going to multiply it out. I've got 0, 4, carry my 1, 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. I've got my 0 again. So 1 times 0 is 0, 7, and then 3. So I'm going to add this up. 4, 4, carry the 1, 4 thousandths. Okay, so I know that it equals 4,440 thousandths. Now this is where that the decimal needs to be, or this 0 needs to be in that thousandths column to be able to put it into the decimal correctly. And so what she will actually spend is $4.44. Technically, you have that little 0 there to make that 4,440 thousandths, but because of money, remember, we don't have this. Now, something you could do up here is you could have, if you really wanted to, you could have gotten rid of that 0 and just turned it into 37 tenths. And then we wouldn't have had the thousandths, and we wouldn't have had that extra 0, and you would have just had that. So it's completely whichever way you want to solve it.